ARCI Durban provides an exclusive rehab treatment for alcoholism and drug addiction. The only rehab in South Africa that offers a medical detox treatment. We offer a superior, evidence-based and medically cutting-edge approach to the treatment of addiction. If you have been frustrated by repeated failures at rehab recovery or are unaware that there are proven anti-craving medications that can significantly improve treatment outcomes, give us a confidential call to learn more about ARCA Durban's rehab program. Contact ARCA Durban on 078-2722-911 24 hours or call our office number 031-261-5515 and our Johannesburg number on 0622-770-911. Office number 011-656-0705.
Sell your old, damaged or unwanted gold jewelry. Gold Bar, raising the bar in the gold industry. Better prices, safe, fast and professional service. Contact us at 082-881-8654, Conubia at goldbar.co.za.
Platinum Funeral Group was founded by Sharika Suku Govender, an award-winning philanthropist who understands that when losing a loved one, what matters most is guidance and understanding. Sharika and her team have pledged to honor the dignity of those entrusted to their care and respect the wishes of every family they serve. Platinum Funeral Group, based in Newlands, Durban, serves with integrity and act in your best interest. Join our dynamic group to give you and your loved ones comfort and dignity from as little as 25 Rand per month. You can move your existing policy over, no waiting period, should you wish to be a part of the Platinum family. All the funeral services will have free live streaming as a special offer for this advert. Contact us via WhatsApp on 084-241-9075 or visit www.platinumfuneralgroup.co.za for more information. Platinum Funeral Group, helping hands, healing hearts.
And our heart beats like a drum. Feel the fire of the sun. Let our voices become one. Feel the rhythm of Africa. 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 Feel the rhythm of Africa.
There are thousands of radio stations across the world. In the US alone, there are over 2,400. In South Africa, there are several, one of them being Radio Al Ansaar. We are here in Durban at the Al Ansaar Foundation to find out more from the team. Good day, Assalamu Alaikum. I'm your host Zahir Basa, and joining me today is Leanne Jacobs and guest presenter Shahbaz Mohammed.
Radio Al Ansaar is a community-based radio station and is broadcast on the frequencies of 90.4 FM in Durban and 105.6 FM in Pietermaritzburg.
The station holds a Class Sound Broadcasting Service license. The mandate of the station is to provide sound broadcasting to the broader Muslim community of the Durban eThekwini as well as Pietermaritzburg in KwaZulu-Natal.
The Al Ansaar Foundation is part of Radio Al Ansaar, and together their aim is to create awareness, promote religious values, and help with aiding the community in their dire needs.
Al Ansaar Radio is part of the community-based platform. Community radio is for non-profits. It allows individuals, groups, and communities to get together and share their unique stories and experiences on a media-rich platform. It also allows individuals to create and contribute to media.
Radio Al Ansaar, although faith-based and promoting Islam, do however provide content that is suitable for the various communities. They offer regular news as well as relevant human interest stories that do impact the different communities.
Hi, my name is Nishal Sarwan. I'm the Breakfast Rush presenter on Radio Al Ansaar. Been doing the show for 10 years now, and it's been an absolute privilege and an honor to be part of the Al Ansaar family. We have the opportunity to do amazing work via the Al Ansaar Foundation, and that's what keeps me going every day, Monday to Friday on this show. The amazing work that we're able to do via the Al Ansaar family, touching lives, making a difference, and of course, entertaining you on radio as well.
We journey with Zahir Basa to find out more.
Joining me now is one of the directors of the Al Ansaar Foundation, Mr. Irfan Baks. Assalamu alaikum and welcome.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
We thank you so much for joining us here on African Essence, Irfan. Now talk us through about the vision of the Al Ansaar Foundation, and the vision is giving back. Talk to us about the various different projects that you guys are working on and how the communities benefit from it.
Thank you for having me, Zahir. Al Ansaar was formed over 2 decades ago by a group of small businessmen. In 2 decades, obviously starting from humble beginnings to where we are now, we've been obviously set up with a platform with what you're seeing in our building at the moment. We've got a radio station, we've got schools, the Ibn Masood School of Excellence, we've got Little Ansaris, and we've got our outreach department run from 207 West Road. With regards to how the community benefits, if you look at our projects, we've got our wheelchair campaign, our diaper drive, we've got various feeding projects, an ad hoc project that comes up. In the last week, we had severe flooding in KZN. Al Ansaar has taken up to the task, and they have responded to the flood-stricken areas by providing drinking water and hot meals.
Now let's talk about the Al Ansaar Foundation with giving back in terms of love, hope, and helping those in need. How exactly is the foundation and the radio station funded?
Al Ansaar is a unique organization. We are 100% donor driven, although the perception out there may seem a bit different. I would like to inform you about something that not many people know about. Al Ansaar is an organization that never charged an administration fee for any of the donations that it received. The formula of our success in doing this was we had 2 profitable projects. First was radio. During the month of Ramadan, our fasting month, our sales in adverts during this period increases. And then the Al Ansaar Souk that happens over the past 2 decades at the Durban Expo Center, that also pumped in a large amount of money into the organization that fills up, that bridges that gap. In the last 2 years, we've been hit with COVID, the looting that happened, and now the devastation of the flood obviously impacted heavily on the organization. So in terms of donations, yes, we appeal to the public to definitely support the organization through funding. But not only that, we need volunteers to come out here, assist us with the logistics in terms of getting the relief out to the community that is required. Certain of these communities, it was difficult to even get their own community to send up vehicles. We've got, donors that assist us with their vehicles in obviously delivering those sort of relief to the respective areas.
And if any added individuals out there who want to contribute towards the foundation, how can they help in assisting and keeping the fire burning?
Okay, obviously they can go to our website, alansar.org.za, or call our reception on 031-208-1601. Set up an appointment to meet with our CEO or any one of our directors, and they will run them through how the organization runs and how they can fund us, the organization.
Mr. Baks, thank you so much. Jazakallah khair. Moving over now to our next project, which is the school project.
We're focusing now on one of Al Ansaar Foundation's major projects, the Ibn Masud School of Excellence, which caters for kids with special needs. We cross over now to Zahir Basa, who is in conversation with the administrator, Bahia Khatri.
We are now here at the schools of the Al Ansaar Foundation, namely the Ibn Masud School Center of Excellence, as well as the Little Ansari's Preschool, where we spoke to the administrator and the therapists and their affiliations with the Al Ansaar Foundation.
And this is the moon. Where does the moon live?
In the sky.
And does it come out during the day or at night?
Night.
I'm here at the Ibn Masud School and I'm representing Fatima Timol Speech and Audiology. We are a group of speech therapists and audiologists. We've come on board with his school to provide hearing screeners and also speech and language therapy screening assessments. We come in here, we have lots of fun with the kids. We provide support to the teachers, parents, in terms of the kids, reaching their milestones. Are they reaching their milestone? What are the different difficulties? What are the different difficulties that the kids are having? And we just try to provide as much support as we can, working within a holistic team. So we are hoping that this is going to be a long-term relationship with the school, and we've got a long vision, but step by step we're hoping to achieve and move forward in terms of holistic healing for all our learners and providing as much support and learning from each other.
I am a reading therapist and I run the Tina Cowley Reading Center in Overport. I come into Ibn Masud once a week on a Wednesday morning to work with the learners. We work with disadvantaged learners and with children who are just looking to improve their reading, spelling and comprehension. We do eye kinetics as well, and that helps to improve the reading speed. The Tina Cowley program is fun and exciting and most children love it. Firstly, we do a scientific evaluation on your child. From there, we establish at which reading age your child is, and then we start therapy. The reading problem is a learning problem. Once we fix reading, which is the tool of life, we find that there's a 40 to 60% improvement all round in your child's reading. At Tina Cowley, we believe in reading, and with reading comes success. Success for our most precious investments, our children.
The Al Ansaar Foundation houses 3 institutions under its umbrella of the education portfolio. The first one being the Little Ansari's Preschool, the second one being the Ibn Masud School of Remediation, and the third one being the Ibn Masud Special Needs School. Zahir, as of 2019, these institutions have undergone major changes in terms of vision and philosophies. Keeping in mind the needs of the community and with the void of having a fully functional remedial and special needs school within the community, the Al Ansaar Foundation, together with Hafiz Wadi and his guidance with administration, has managed to streamline this process, alhamdulillah. We have together brought the schools to a standard befitting one of that where a learner's needs and academic achievements are always put to the fore. The holistic approach that we have to education, together with the in-house therapies that we do offer at our schools, makes our school feasible and ideal for many learners to reach their full potential, alhamdulillah. The in-house therapies that I am talking about is speech and hearing therapy, which is offered by Fatima Timol and Anisa Desai. We have occupational therapy, which is offered by Unesa Ghani. And we have our reading program, Tina Cowley, which is offered by Rosneen Dada. Alhamdulillah, I would like to use this platform to say a huge jazakallah to these ladies for offering their time to our school and to our learners and making them progress in a holistic way and reaching milestones, alhamdulillah. We also offer Wacko Ball, which is a highly energized sporting activity. Alhamdulillah, we'd like to say thank you to Coach Idris for this, because our learners are really hyped up when he has to come here on a Thursday to come and do the Wacko Ball. Our learners learn a lot through activities, sporting with hand-eye coordination, fine and gross motor skills, and this adds a lot of vibe to our school as well, alhamdulillah. Our Little Ansari's preschool, we phase in learners from grade R to R. The School of Remediation, we phase in learners from grade R to 7. We assist those learners that need remediation. We work with a fully aligned CAPS curriculum syllabus, and we have teachers that are SACE accredited, alhamdulillah. At the helm of these institutions is Mrs. Kasim, who is a very seasoned educator, and alhamdulillah, she drives and directs our educators to the best of their ability. A holistic approach to education inculcates the secular curriculum as well, which is aligned with the IOSA syllabus. And our madrasa is actually incorporated into the timetable for the day. So alhamdulillah, our learners are getting the best of both worlds. Our institutions are reliant heavily on community funding. And alhamdulillah, the community has really pulled through and given us the ability to reach our missions thus far. We do accept Zakah and Leila funding, and this can be done via EFT in the various banking accounts for the relevant institutions, or the donors can go physically and personally to the Al Ansaar Foundation, which is based at 207 West Road, Overport, and there they can make their donations in a personal capacity. The Ibn Masood Special Needs School houses an autistic unit, and here we have learners that are aged between 4 and 12 years old. We have a fully trained educator together with the facilitator, and here they work together in unison with the learner, not only making the learner able to cope academically, but also self-reliant and responsible for day-to-day life skills, which is very important for these type of learners. The love and joy that this unit brings to our school is actually tremendous, and alhamdulillah, we are so glad that we have special units on board. In conclusion, I would like to just say that these institutions have reached tremendous milestones over the past 2 years, and we hope to also envision with our learners to reach their full potential and to bring our schools aligned to the ever-changing times that we are in. We have and maintain an open door policy, and anyone is free to actually walk in, have a view, and we will assist with any queries if possible. We are situated at 133 Essendine Road, Overport, Durban. Our telephone number is 061 405 4884. Our email address is education@alansar.org.za. Jazakallah Zahir for giving us this platform to showcase our institutions and giving the community and your viewers an idea of what we offer here at Ibn Masood. Jazakallah.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Fatima Karim, and I've been with the Al Ansaar Foundation for the past 6 years as the manager of the Al Ansaar shop and Delhi. What I've learned from the Al Ansaar Foundation is the importance of helping our fellow human beings, the true essence of Ubuntu. Also, the Al Ansaar shop is a service to our community, and it has been providing our community with kitabs and books for as long as I can remember. I am so proud to be part of the Al Ansaar Foundation. It has motivated me and inspired me to be a better individual.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Mohammed Asad Basa, and I am a representative of the Al Ansaar Foundation. Today I will be delving into some of the projects of the Al Ansaar Foundation. The Al Ansaar Foundation was formed in 1994 with the aim of uplifting and improving our communities. The Al Ansaar Foundation is built upon the principles of educating, informing and uplifting. And some of the projects of Al Ansaar goes as follows. Radio Al Ansaar, which is based in Durban, broadcasting on 90.4 FM and also in Pietermaritzburg on 105.6 FM. This is a community radio station which aims to bring about community involvement. Various other projects in the education sector is linked to the Ibn Masud Special Needs School and the Little Ansari's Montessori. The heartbeat of the foundation is the Al Ansaar Outreach, which aims to lend a helping hand to our communities. The Al Ansaar Outreach actively goes out through our various drives, being the blanket drive, the wheelchair drive, the diaper drive, as well as the Meals for KZN. Al Ansaar, through its donor community, has been able to continue through the various years. In conclusion, we would like to thank our donor community for contributing towards this wonderful establishment. To learn more about our projects, you can go onto our website, that is www.alansar.org.za, or visit our social media pages, that is Al Ansaar Foundation. Jazakumullah khairan, ahsanul jaza. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Shakira Bihadid. I'm the events coordinator at the Al Ansaar Foundation. Throughout the course of the year, the events department at Al Ansaar coordinates multiple events such as our newly embarked Durban Shopping Fest, which alhamdulillah was a huge success. It took place in March of this year, right before Eid. Every single year for the last decade, we've had our Eid Milan Fair, which takes place the last 10 days of Ramadan, where all your Eid shopping is made easy. We've also had our Al Ansaar Suk Trade Fair, which has taken place over the last 2 decades, and alhamdulillah has also been a huge success. And for all our upcoming events later on this year, we look forward to seeing you, both our exhibitors and our shoppers. Once again, Jazakallah khair.
Well, there you have it. It has been quite a challenging time for all of us. And we are so glad to see that there are still some people around that are eager to make a change. It has been a heartwarming day here at the Al Ansaar Foundation, and we look forward to seeing them again very soon. You can tune in to the radio station on 90.4 FM for Durban and 105.6 FM for Pietermaritzburg.
Taking you into something light-hearted, we meet the man who's going to give Durban a scare. Well, at the cinema at least. And boy, can he make you laugh. He began producing music in his bedroom as a young boy with a passion for music and art. And his dreams came to fruition years later. He is a director at AFTA, a recording artist and a multi-award winner whose singles tipped the scales at #1 for 3 consecutive weeks. Arish Sirkusoon, who goes by the stage name Alex Seth. He joins Leanne Jacobs.
Alex Seth, welcome to African SM.
Thank you for having me. It's about time as well.
I think so too. It's an honor to have you on this show. You're always welcome. What we want to know first, tell us, Alex Seth, where did that name originate
Well,
from?
that's a very interesting story because when I was releasing Off the Hook, which was under T-Series India, my government name is Arish Sirkusoon. So at the time, there was a crazy thing happening where Kamaljit was becoming Jay Sean and Raghav and all of these guys, Bobby Moon, had all these really fancy names. And I remember in our ancestral home, their surname was Seth, and on a tree it was kind of carved. There was kind of like an L and X, and I came back and kind of put it all together. So it's got really strong roots, I guess, and it's worked for me. It's been 20 years, and you know, it's something that I'm very proud of. Yeah.
Well, sounds a little bit sentimental. You know, it's really, really awesome. 20 years is a long time coming, but it looks like you've done so much. But take us a little bit back. Let's go back to the little boy Alex Seth, or Arish, as we would put it. Tell us a little bit about your childhood.
Well, you know, the thing about it is that when I was growing up, there was an urge in me to do a record. I don't know, there was something about, I used to write songs, I used to go out, I used to have this little cassette player in my room, and, I used to mix songs, and I used to cut, and instrumentals, I had a mic, I used to sing over it. So when I eventually told my parents, I wanna sing, they said, "You're out of your mind, you go to university, as Indian parents do." They said, you go to university, and that's what I did. But while I was there, I started to kind of network with people in the music industry and that sort of thing, and eventually got myself into studio, started producing for other people, and then eventually I just produced my own record with Paul Steinbank, who was doing amazingly at the time. He had produced Baby Boy for Trevor Williams and all of these things. It was #1, and there was an article in the paper, I remember this, and I looked at Paul and I said, it was of Dharam Suraj, who just became the director of Universal Music, and I told him, this guy's gonna sign me. We finished the record. I go to Shanil Singh at Lotus FM. He goes, I've got a friend, his name is Dharam Suraj. He comes into the room, we play him the record, and I guess the rest is history. They signed me to T-Series India, and what's crazy about my childhood is that we didn't have celebrities to look up to. There weren't any singers, there weren't any real actors of local, and it was almost like a pipe dream to do it. I mean, when you told people that you were going to, sing or make movies or do any of it, they would laugh at you. But look at it, it's 2022 and we've done all of it, so.
Okay, so here you are. You know what they say about creatives, there's always one of a kind. You're always doing original stuff. So you've went from creating your own beats at home, doing your own stuff, writing your own music, producing, and you've now done so many albums. But you've also now transitioned into a bigger field, into something that's obviously allowed you to be more creative. How have you made that transition from music? You're still in the music career, and now you're into filmmaking. Tell us about that transition.
It's so interesting that you bring that up, the transition. What happened is that, the music industry, as you know, the business model changed. Napster, Apple Music, all of those things made it possible for that to become something that wasn't analog anymore, but something that was digital. And when you democratize something, you demonetize it in a way. So it was almost imperative and almost a natural transition, because I was doing scores for movies anyway, that I would go into producing a feature film eventually. And I did Highway Sheila in 2013. With Kumara Naidu, most people would know that. And then I went on to do other things. I recently have done Toklosh with Richard Green as a producer, as the main producer on that one. And now I'm directing my first feature, which is The Castle, which I think is interesting. But that scaffold comes in where you see yourself evolving. You've got to keep evolving. I think the longevity of the Alex Set brand is that I've never stayed in one place too long. And I'm always trying to be a better version of myself. I wake up every day and say, what's the next step, And I think this new journey that I'm on in terms of producer, director, writer, in terms of the feature film industry is quite interesting. And I love doing it. And you're right, I'm still an artist. We still produce. I did a major track with DJ Avesh, which is a remix to Piano Fantasia, a few months back. And we thought we'd never get the rights. And we wrapped up that track literally 3 days. So yeah, it's fun to be a creative, and I think what inspires me is that we're going to leave a legacy for little Arishas or little Alex Sets out there, who the industry is not what it needs to be, but I think if we keep hitting at it, we're going to carve something for them, and I think that's interesting.
You mentioning evolving. You've evolved over these many years, and now you're even speaking about evolving into the future, speaking of our next generation, and that's so awesome to see that you don't just think of the now.
Yeah.
You're a creative, you'll think of the future. How for you did you manage? You went from all of that, writing, producing, creating, directing, but also acting. I believe you also played a part in the new movie that you were just about to release. How was that for you? I think it's a bit rare that you get the directors actually also going in and actually playing a specific part. And then again, there has to be some sort of transition that's taking place emotionally, physically, mentally. Explain that to us.
Well, I think what's great about that is that you don't trust anyone more than yourself to pull out something that you write sometimes. And in my movies, I feel like I kind of write the lead roles for myself, It's not always the case, but if I can't find someone to fit it, I hold auditions and I can't find someone that fits that sort of vision that I've got in my head, I just do it myself, you know. And the way we shoot as independent filmmakers is we're not playing with huge budgets, you know. We're playing with what we have. We're very frugal, you know. So sometimes to cast yourself in a film also is saving you, giving you peace of mind as well, you know, in the sense of you're going to be there and you're going to do it. I think it was difficult for me, as this being my first film directing, to kind of be in front of the camera and behind the camera. But let me tell you something, I've got an amazing team. I've got an amazing team, and we're actually shooting another movie very soon. It's called The Resurrection of Highway Sheila. It's my own little version of it, because we're quite excited about it. It's about a family that never stops looking for their daughter. That's the kind of synopsis of it. But yeah, to answer your question, it felt natural to me, because I've got a degree in drama, I've got a degree in psychology, and all of these things, and all of them play a role. All of them play a role in kind of what acting is about and that sort of thing, you know. So difficult, but not undoable. Yeah.
Alex, Seth, you've produced many movies like you've mentioned, but now with your recent movie, The Castle, what was your vision when you thought of the script, you thought of the cast, you thought of the directing? What was your vision when somebody's sitting in the cinema looking at this movie? What was it that you wanted to come across?
Well, what happened is I opened a bottle of Jameson, as good stories go. And I started typing out a treatment for something, right? And that night I wrote 2 stories. I wrote, one was The Castle and one was called The Train. And The Castle was very ambitious. Because at first I thought to myself, where am I going to find a castle here to shoot all of these things, you know, with a couple breaking down and then going to a castle and them discovering things about themselves that they didn't know. And on paper, the script was very ambitious. So I put it away. And I thought I was going to do something else. I was heading towards doing Love Is No Boundaries, which I'm still going to do. And then one day I got up and someone called me and said, what happened to The Castle? I read it and it was amazing. And I said, you know what, maybe I should take it out. And I shot 11 minutes of it. Just 11 minutes, that's all. I shot the opening scene. And I started to shop it around. And people were watching it and people were going, wow, did you shoot that here? And I said, yeah, I kind of shot that here. And then I showed it to Dr. Raj Singh, and he was like, this is something I never wanted to get to horror movies, but this seems like something I'd want to do. So he kind of jumped onto the project. And the script was already written, so he started making changes, and we started this synergy. We kind of got a really tight cast together, and we just went out and we just shot it. And let me tell you something about God for a second, if I can. He just makes things possible if you allow it to happen. Because when I looked at it on paper, it seemed really, really ambitious. But at the end of it, when I look at the final product, and I think I was having a conversation with you earlier, I saw it at New Metro last week for the first time on 5.1. Even I was jumping. And at the end of it, we all kind of shook each other's hands and said, well, you know, that's really well done. So, yeah.
Well, it definitely sounds like an exciting movie. I'm sure the viewers are waiting for the premiere and obviously to go through and see it. But let's just get a little bit personal with you. Where is it that you find the inspiration, creativity, spontaneity, you know, to make all of this possible?
I think my mind is quite eclectic. I think things that go on in it is very complex. It's a complex spider webs of neurons shooting creative things all over the place. I'm always thinking creative, in a creative manner. You know, it's one of those things that I've been blessed with. You know, so you know, you can't pull off something like this without having a team around you that's supported and scaffolded. You know, so for example, I'll write something. Right, I'll write a treatment and then I'll bring someone in and we'll kind of flesh out the script, you know, and then once I've got that done, then I'll bring someone else in. So, you know, it's about taking the ideas that are in your head. It all starts with a pen and a pad. You sit there with a pen and a pad, and sometimes if you write enough, it comes to life. It's a true story. You know, the universe, they say, if you speak it, it comes true. You know, it's the same with the pen and the pad. Sometimes if you write it, it's just there. And I always believe that there's a funny story that used to be about Prince. He used to leave a conversation or anything, if he had an idea in his head, he used to just go straight to the studio without telling you or anything. He'd just leave, you know, because, and Michael Jackson used to say, when God's in the room, you know it because you start to get goosebumps. And I know when an idea is solid. I kind of just feel it. But in saying that, if you're doing a record, you may do 22 songs and only 9 appear on the album because that's the way it is, right? It's the same with movies. You may write 3 or 4 a year, and obviously you'd only do one, but you're just in constant creative mode, and you got to just keep, it's cathartic in a way, you know, it's therapy in a way to be creative. And yeah, so it's just something it's innate. It's something that I'm born with. So that sounds arrogant, right? Like it's innate.
No, not really. It actually sounds like some of us need those cogwheels to start going, you know. It actually sounds quite cool. So tell us, who is Alex Seth when you're not writing, when you're not producing, or even when you're not acting?
I think that's interesting, because I guess I'm always in Alex Seth mode, always writing, always producing. But if you're looking at Arish Sakisun, the everyday guy, I'm actually a true academic. I've got several degrees. For a long time, I was the head of a school at AFTA. I ran the business degree there. I converted it and ran it. Now it runs in most of the AFTA campuses around the country. So that's who I am. But now I'm a full-blown creative. All I do is movies. I've got a channel up called BAM, where we travel the country and we look for the most interesting places. We interview the most interesting people. I've got a talk show on that channel as well. So we've created a network on YouTube, because I believe that that's the future of television. I believe that that's where it's heading to. And I think that people have jumped on that bandwagon a long time ago in the US and in developed countries, because they had access to Wi-Fi and all of those things. And we're starting to have that now. We're starting to see that build. With Wi-Fi becoming more accessible to many people, I think YouTube, because of the desirability of it being free and you don't have to pay anything, I think more people are watching content on it, which I love. And I think that's the future. So I'm never quite not connected to the matrix like that. I think over the years, the two have become one and the same. But in recent times, like this movie here, I am using my government name more, because I would like, at the end of the day, for myself to have recognition as Arish Sakisun, and kind of like let Alex Seth be the company that runs it. So Alex Seth Pty is the company, and Arish Sakisun is the director-producer. So I am starting to allow that transition to happen, and it becomes more important as you get older, I think, for your name to mean something.
Yes, it does.
If that sounds strange, I don't know, but yeah. That's
I completely agree with you. Yeah. Arish Sakisun, the producer-director of The Castle. Speaking of which, what can you tell us about some of the scenes that you have produced, directed, and acted in? Talking about The Castle, some of those mysterious, dark scenes. Share a little bit about that.
I tell you, when I was writing it, I was getting myself really afraid and scared because it was late at night, and I made sure that there was startles in places you didn't think there were startles. You know, I can't tell you exactly where they are, but I can tell you it's a film filled with family values. It's a film filled with self-discovery. It's a relationship gone wrong. It's all of those things that at the end come together. There's a lot of things you may not understand. And people, if you've watched the Tokolosh, you know how I write. I mean, if you've watched the Tokolosh movie, you know I like to write strange, weird, structured movies. This one is not as strange, but it is one of those movies where you've got to kind of glue the pieces together, and at the end you go,
okay.
That's what that's about. Especially the starting of it, the first 11 minutes or first 15 minutes of it, you'll see something, and then it goes into something, you go, why did I see that in the start? Yeah. And then at the end you go, okay.
Yeah, right, very impulsive, very spontaneous, but not just in your face. You know, you've got to still be guessing.
It's a blueprint. Everything we write is a blueprint. There's got to be a start, middle, and end. And in order for you, when I'm writing something, like M. Shamlam Knight is like someone that I really look up to. Like when I watch his movies, I'm waiting for the twist. I'm waiting for that moment where I go, like if you watch Sixth Sense for the first time, in the end you go, how did I not see that?
I get that.
How did I not see that? So that's the type of formula that I love. That's the type of movies I kind of like to produce and direct.
Well, I believe it's definitely going to do well. That I believe. I'm looking forward to the premiere.
Thank you. So our premiere, The Castle, 13th May nationally, 11th May it's going to be premiered Kenobia. You're coming, right?
That's right.
12th May it's going to be premiered Emperor's Palace. We're quite excited about that. 13th May it's going to be released all over New Metro, Cine Center, and then probably in August Terrafilms is going to release it worldwide. Probably going to get Amazon Prime and all that good stuff on it. So yeah, stay tuned. I mean, and stay tuned for more product. We're just going to be knocking them out year after year.
Well, thank you guys. There you have it. Alex Seth right here on African Essence. Thank you so much for coming through. And we look forward to what you have to offer. We wish you all of the best.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
When I think of the times you were with me, it makes me smile so happily. Those were the days, but now you're far away, and I pray for the day when I'll see you again. May Allah protect you wherever you are. No matter where you are, you're never too far. Scare in my heart is where you will remain, and I promise you this until my dying day. Oceans apart, always in my heart, many miles in between, but that doesn't mean you're gone. Feel my love in the lake. May Allah protect you until we meet again, my friend. Time passes by, you're on my mind. Everything that I do reminds me of you. Rather believe in these words that I say. Nothing's the same since you're gone away. May Allah protect you wherever you are. No matter where you are, you're never too far. Here in my heart is where you will remain, and I promise you this until my dying day. Oceans apart, but always in my heart, many miles in between, but that doesn't mean you're gone. Feel my love in the lake. May Allah protect you until we meet again, my friend.
So many people in this life admit they come and go, but only some will remain as bonds are cast in stone. You made a mark in my life and became a part of me. Thinking of you not as a friend but as my family. Remember when we got together for the first time? Started from the bottom, hit the stage and had a good time. I know it's all become a part of our history, faded in the background, part of our memories. You'll always be our friend until the very end.
Oceans apart, but always in my heart, many miles in between, but that doesn't mean you're gone. Feel my love in the lake. May Allah protect you until we meet again. Oceans apart, but always in my heart, many miles in between, but that doesn't mean you're gone. Feel my love in the lake. May Allah protect you until we meet again, my friend.
ARCI Durban provides an exclusive rehab treatment for alcoholism and drug addiction. The only rehab in South Africa that offers a medical detox treatment. We offer a superior, evidence-based and medically cutting-edge approach to the treatment of addiction. If you have been frustrated by repeated failures at rehab recovery or are unaware that there are proven anti-craving medications that can significantly improve treatment outcomes, give us a confidential call to learn more about ARCA Durban's rehab program. Contact ARCA Durban on 078-2722-911 24 hours or call our office number 031-261-5515 and our Johannesburg number on 0622-770-911. Office number 011-656-0705.
Sell your old, damaged or unwanted gold jewelry. Gold Bar, raising the bar in the gold industry. Better prices, safe, fast and professional service. Contact us at 082-881-8654, Conubia at goldbar.co.za.
Platinum Funeral Group was founded by Sharika Suku Govender, an award-winning philanthropist who understands that when losing a loved one, what matters most is guidance and understanding. Sharika and her team have pledged to honor the dignity of those entrusted to their care and respect the wishes of every family they serve. Platinum Funeral Group, based in Newlands, Durban, serves with integrity and act in your best interest. Join our dynamic group to give you and your loved ones comfort and dignity from as little as 25 Rand per month. You can move your existing policy over, no waiting period, should you wish to be a part of the Platinum family. All the funeral services will have free live streaming as a special offer for this advert. Contact us via WhatsApp on 084-241-9075 or visit www.platinumfuneralgroup.co.za for more information. Platinum Funeral Group, helping hands, healing hearts.
And our heart beats like a drum. Feel the fire of the sun. Let our voices become one. Feel the rhythm of Africa. 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 Feel the rhythm of Africa.